Hello everybody, welcome to Sew Like Dotty. Today is a vlog that I feel many of you have been waiting for me to bring from the minute that I mentioned I was going. So today I'm going to tell you all about my visit and my course at the Baby Lock Academy. So I've had Baby Lock machines for around maybe 3.5 years now. I'm really passionate about the brand. You can see I've got my Coverstitch machine here, my Overlockers here, and some of you do know that I've recently become a brand ambassador for Baby Lock, which is just an absolute dream of mine. I'm sure you can understand. I just want to kind of go through some of the logistics just because this is a YouTube channel, so you might have noticed that it says paid promotion. So just to be clear, I'm not being paid by Baby Lock to share this vlog. The course was gifted to me as part of my brand ambassador role, but I did pay my own travel and hotel costs. So just to be absolutely clear on that. So I'm going to tell you about just the whole experience really. So where it is, the course, the sort of things I covered on the course, the people that were there, the course leader, everything. And I'm going to tell you about the hotel and everything that I stayed in, because I want you to kind of understand the whole experience that I've had, and I have had the best time. So are we ready? Buckle up, grab a brew, let's get going. So I attended the Getting to Know Your Overlocker course. Now, I've had overlockers in general for around 4 years, and as I say, Baby Lock, the first machine I bought was the Baby Lock Enlighten. I've still got a Baby Lock Enlighten, and I've also got the Baby Lock Acclaim. So I took the Acclaim with me because the Enlighten is kind of my out and about machine when I'm at sewing socials. Obviously I cleaned it because I wanted it to look good when I got there and everything. More about that later. So we travelled down on Wednesday and the course was Thursday. We stayed over. So the course and Baby Lock head office, headquarters, whatever you want to call it. I call it head office, but it's a very small team. There's only 5 people in the team. Is in Northampton. It's at Sywell Aerodrome. So there's accommodation. If you go on the Academy website for Baby Lock, I'll link that in the description box. There, obviously you can stay anywhere, but there are links to the Aerodrome Hotel. I've probably not said the name right, but I'll put it in the description box. So it's all based on like Art Deco themes. I'll put a few pictures in. I know this is about the course, but I want you to know about the whole experience. Now, of the other ladies that were on the course, they travelled distances that were about an hour to an hour and a half away. So they thought about staying over, but they felt that they didn't need to. Obviously, you don't have to. So 2 of us shared one of the basic rooms on the ground floor, so I didn't have to carry my machine upstairs. And we paid, I think, around £100 a night, including breakfast, and the breakfast was delicious. Not pre-prepped, it was cooked and made to order, so you could have like eggs Benedict. Aviator Hotel, that's the name. So I'll put a few pictures in. I want you to get the whole feel of the whole experience. So then I did have a meeting with Katie Lynch from Baby Lock and Claire, I don't know Claire's surname yet, and Claire, who recently joined the team at the end of last year. And we had a little meeting about what things I wanted to kind of do in the future, the sort of content you guys are looking for and things. I won't go into that too much. It's obviously a little bit private, but I just had a lovely meeting. I love their vibe. I'm so pleased to be working with them. And then Mike, who's the managing director, I did meet him. I've met him before as well. So this is Baby Lock UK. So Claire was actually doing the course with me. So she was using the Inspire machine, which is, I don't want to say their entry level overlocker machine, but it is the first in their range. So the Inspire has air thread loopers, but it has the manual tension. But no, Claire didn't really have to do any adjustments. So if you are looking for something that's a bit more entry level, don't forget they do finances and things as well, you've got that machine. But I'm not here to do a hard sell. I'm here just to tell you about my experience and all the stuff I learned, because I learned a lot. Now, because I'm experienced with using an overlocker, I generally use a 4-thread overlocker, I use a 3-thread rolled hem, and I gather predominantly they are the things I've done. I've dabbled with the foot set that I've had for a few years. I've had a go at putting a zip in and things, but I wanted to really start there and build my confidence. So I am going back down in February to do the Fabulous Feet for a combination machine course, which is Coverstitch and Overlocker in one machine. So if you're on that in February, I'll see you then. Okay, so first of all, Jan is the course leader. I'll drop some pictures in as we go, and yeah, we were off. We were on a nice cuppa when we got there and everything. Very informal, kind of running through what sort of things you can make. I learned so much, not just about overlockers, but about threads, because Jan's knowledge of threads is incredible, way more than me. I know some of you will be similar, you'll know lots, but for me, I learned a lot. I learned that sometimes when my seams give way, it's the sort of thread that I'm using. So yeah, lots and lots to learn. Now, I'm not going to tell you everything. Oh, there's no point going, is there? But I will be, over the next few weeks, maybe months, bringing some vlogs to you, either integrated in my normal ones, just as I do anyway, or I have got some separate ones planned to take you through some of the techniques that I've learned so you can try them at home. Now, obviously, I'll be using my baby lock machines, but, you know, some of these things are applicable to other machines. Of course they are. So you do get an overlock workshop booklet, which goes through all of the things, you know, typical kind, well, not typical at all. It's a while since I've done. Now, I started off writing notes on here for myself because I didn't want to miss anything for all of you, but quickly progressed to my big notebook that I took, because that's how I learn. We all learn differently, so some of the ladies that were there weren't kind of maybe taking as many notes as me. So in the actual room, I think there were 2 people who couldn't make it because of kind of the weather, because we know it's been awful, but the other ladies that were there, there's 2 big TV screens in the room, and then Jan has a desk set up with cameras and lights. So when she's demonstrating something practically, it was just behind me, so I was just turning around looking over her shoulder. One of the ladies from the other side of the room was getting up and coming over. Others were watching what she was doing on the TV screens, learning styles that suit everybody, which is perfect. And then accompanying notes, all of the settings that any adjustments you might want to make are all covered on here. So should I take you through what we covered on the day? I mean, we covered a lot. So first of all, obviously we did introductions and things, and we talked about the 4-thread overlocker, how you would use that, what you would do with different stitch selection and things on it, because a lot of the machines do have automatic tension, which I just loved. No buttons to twist or anything. Then we were gathering. Now, I gather all the time, as many of you know, and you'll be glad. I know you keep asking me, so probably one of the very, very first vlogs I'm going to do for you guys is all about gathering, particularly on the overlocker as well. Who's excited about that? So we did gathering, and then we did working with curves, so kind of inside curves, outside curves, how to keep the stitches even, all that kind of thing. And we did something called overlocker lace. Now, I'm not going to tell you too much about that because I may come back to that and show you that later, but I think you'll be interested in that. So there's note pages in the booklet. I'll just write loads of notes. I'm one of those sort of people. Okay. Then we looked at working with elastic, how you can attach elastic. So there's 2 different ways of doing that. I'll cover that with you at some point as well. Obviously, I'm not going to teach, or I'm not a teacher. I'm just going to show you some of the things that I learned. I'm not going to teach you everything, because I absolutely feel that there is value in going and doing that day, because I'm absolutely buzzing and can't wait to put into place lots of the things that I learned. Then we looked at 3-thread narrow overlock, and then we moved into the 3-thread rolled hem for thicker fabrics and thinner fabrics, and explored all of that. At some point we had lunch. I did have something with me that was chilled, but there's like a sandwich van that comes round, so if you don't take your lunch you can get something. I think they did jacket potatoes and sandwiches and things. I know, I'm all about the food. I mean, I've enjoyed the course, but you need to know that you can eat it here as well. So how to do a lettuce edge, and one of the things I was really wanting to do, which was the 2 flat sorry, the 2-thread flat lock. I have done that before, but it was such a long time ago and I really needed to get that into my brain. So I really loved doing that. But also with all of these, it's not just doing it, it's doing it with different weights of thread, the impact of that, how it can not just look, but where you could position it. So, you know, you kind of think overlocking just on the edge of fabric. No, Jan shows you how you can do it in all sorts of different places for effect. So yeah, mind was blown. So yeah, I will come back to flat lock. So if you're thinking what's flat lock, this is on sort of sports activity wear. You might recognise it down sort of seams. It looks like a ladder. And you can use it either way, front or back. It looks different, but that's what that is. And look at this, blanket stitch. I'm going to cover that over because that's got all the bits on. So how to do, now my friends Judith, I don't call her Judith, I call her Jude and Lynn, absolutely love, I've forgotten the name of the fabric, I'll put it in, you'll know what I mean, boiled wool, that's the one. Now as soon as I saw this, I thought about them, and I know they'll be itching for me to show them this at Sawtown. So yeah, doing blanket stitch on an overlocker, who knew? Who knew? I will show you that though, it's a nifty little trick. And then the wave stitch, which I do have on my machine, and then at the end we kind of had a wrap-up session and we did some other little bits and bobs. So it was fascinating. There's tables in the other room next door, all the machines are out so you can see them. If you do want to get accessories and things while you're there, you can, but there's no hard sell on anything. It's really important that you know that. So there are some things available to buy while you're there if you do want to, but no hard sell on that at all. So I learned so much and I can't wait to share it with you. So let me know in the comments which of those things you would like to know about, because I will be bringing them to you really soon and I'm dead excited about that. But I am not Jan. Jan's knowledge is extensive, so extensive. I was just like, yeah, wow. I think she's worked for them for 25 years, which is incredible, isn't it? So we all left with a couple of things and I wanted to share them with you. So this is my certificate. So Certificate of Excellence. Alison Martin has successfully completed the Get to Know Your Overlocker course on the 29th of January, and it's signed by Jan and Mike. So you get a certificate. I mean, who doesn't love a certificate? I do. So yeah, I love that. I thought that was a lovely touch. I didn't know that you got that. And then we also got, completely unexpectedly, a goodie bag. Okay, now I know you want to know what's in the goodie bag. I mean, this might, you know, I don't know if it varies, but this is what we got home. This wasn't just for me in this role. This was for everybody that was there. What's that face? So, should we have a look? So first of all, we got, this wasn't in the goodie bag, but we got these, and I think everybody would get one of these if you wanted one. So a booklet about the different threads, which I thought was really useful, as we'd spent a bit of time on the benefits of different ones, the different weights, just a bit of knowledge, the colours and things like that. So I have got some of these to use, some different ones, some decorative ones, some sparkly ones, some variegated ones. So I'll be using some of those and showing you those, and some woolly nylon, that kind of thing. We got a notepad. I mean, I love stationery, so happy days with the notepad. We got a pen. Now, I already have a couple of these from when I got my machines. So baby lock pen, they last for ages. Should I keep going? A little tin of mints. Now I'm thinking once you've eaten the mints, they'd be great for keeping your pins in. Happy days. And there is a baby lock tape measure in a little sort of case. I mean, this will all be going in my out and about stash. And the final thing that's in the bag is, I mean, you're all going to love this. I know I said about pins in there, but it's a magnetic baby lock pin holder with a case. How great is that? I had no idea that you got those, so I was really, really over the moon about it. So I just had a brilliant day, brilliant time, met some lovely people. It was great to chat to the other girls that were on the course as well, so hello to you guys. I wish I'd grabbed some pictures, but you know how things go. So Claire and I were trying to sort of coordinate together to take video footage of each other little bits. I think I'm going to be better at this the next time I go in February. Claire got some really fantastic bits. I mean, I'm all in. So she was saying, I'm going to take a picture of you over there with Jan. This is what she got, because I'm like, I want to be in. Because one of the things that I found the most fascinating was Naked Norman. Do you all want to know what Naked Norman is? So there is a machine that is completely stripped, not even just not a case, like completely stripped. So when you alter on the auto tensions, I'll show you when I'm kind of using the machines more and I've got a camera on it, but you alter the stitch selector from A for a 4-thread to B for a 3-thread, and then C and D are for thick fabric overlock and thin fabric overlock, and that alters the tension automatically of the thread that are coming through the machine. But Naked Norman allowed the nosiness, and I'm really curious. I like to see how things work. So yeah, we were in there. Obviously Jan showed us it, and then I was like, let us in, let us wiggle it. So you could see how the plates, the metal plates that did the tension, I'll put some pictures in of it. I'll try and get some video footage as well. You could see how they move depending on what stitch you selected. So rather than doing the dials and trying to get it right, you just select that and it moves it automatically. And also, as the fabric goes underneath the presser foot, the sensors there are recognising the thickness of your fabric. And that's why with the automatic tension machines, you can just go from, 6 layers of denim to a layer of chiffon. We were working with chiffon, denim, really thick jersey, thinner jerseys, loads of different fabrics on the day. Obviously getting more confident at moving needles in and out. So for me, I felt quite confident about kind of doing all those things with the machine when I went down. But for some of the guys, one lady got it for Christmas and kept it in the box for months before Christmas. I'd have had it out, used it, dusted it off, put it in the back so nobody knew. But yeah, I was really impressed by that. Another lady had had her machine for about 5 years and used it for 4-thread overlocking. The other 2 ladies both had Victory machines, and I think they'd got theirs last year and were wanting to know more. So we all had different sort of wow moments, and I definitely had a few, how did I not know that moments? And then Jan came around with what I'm going to call the blaster of shame, and you'll see it here. So I cleaned my machine before I went down, just as I normally would with the brush, and then Jan did this. I mean, this doesn't even show it fully, because what you can't see, because the baby lock opens at the side and at the front, there's nothing getting blown into the machine, which is what people worry about. It's getting blown through. So not only was there what you could see at the front, but there was loads of stuff on the other side of the machine. I mean, I was like, yeah, felt like I was proper like dirty machine woman on the day, honestly. But everybody did. We were all having a giggle at each other's. But yeah, well, you do get shown how to look after, how to clean your machine, how to take care of it, the things to watch out for with it, and how to make sure that you're looking after it, because these are machines that'll last you a lifetime. Every single piece of, every single part of the machine is screwed in individually, so every piece is replaceable. And Jan, to celebrate 25 years, got to go to Japan to the factory last year. So she was telling us some, like, things she'd seen, and all of that was fascinating. It was really, really interesting. So I'm really looking forward to sharing more with you, and I hope you're really looking forward to that too. As you can tell, I am absolutely buzzing, and as I said, I'm under no obligation to record this and tell you. If I'd gone down and gone, actually it was really fascinating, but it matched what I already thought, but it didn't. I promise if you go, you will learn things. And I'm really looking forward to the fabulous feet. We did dabble in feet a little bit, just looking at them a little bit, but really getting into the fabulous feet and what I can really do even more to elevate my sewing. And you'll see that as well, because obviously I'll be sharing it on my channel. So I look forward to sharing more of that with you guys. And first up is going to be gathering. So keep a watch out on my channel. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe and press the little bell that has the little things, because then you'll get notified. So I will be continuing to share my chatty sewing vlogs, my makes, my plans, what I've done, and I'll also be sharing some vlogs with some of the things that I've learnt from here, and some of it will be just woven in as well. But you don't want to miss any of it, guys, because it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I'll be like, you know, a BBC cameraman, but I will do my best. And yeah, I'm not an expert, but if you've got any questions, fire them my way. If I can't answer them, I'll get in touch with the girls and find out the answers for you. Some of the people have been asking me about discounts. So Baby Lock as such, where we've been to, is they're sort of a wholesaler of the machines. So the machines that you would buy would come from dealers, which are, you know, I'm representing Baby Lock UK, but they would come from dealers in the UK. So the best way to look at machines is to go to a dealer and have a look and have a play. If you do follow, and I'd love you to follow myself on Instagram, so like Dotty, and also Baby Lock UK on Instagram. Claire has just took over the Instagram, so you're going to see some changes and things coming up on there, but all of the demo days are on there. Now, what's a demo day? I've been to one at Whitley Bay. So a demo day is where the machines are out, you can have a chat with Claire. So Claire will be doing the north of the country and Katie will be doing the south moving forward, and you can just have a play on the machine, ask questions. If you're interested in buying, the discounts are usually applied on those days. I went along to a demo day when I had the machine, my Coverstitch, but I wanted to look at how to kind of wrap my head around using the bias binder attachment, and that's how I first met Katie there. So you know, you don't, there's not, you know, if you've got questions, just go along to a demo day, or of course if you go to any of the shows like the Stitch Festival, Quilt Festival, Knitting and Stitching Show, any of those shows, there's a Baby Lock stand there, so you can go and chat to the guys there. But there won't be a discount code from me as such for machines, because they come from the dealers rather than direct from Baby Lock. I really hope that makes sense. So I'm going to shoot off, guys. I hope you've enjoyed hearing all about that trip. I'm sure when I go off, I'll realise I've forgotten something. If I do, I will weave it in probably to Friday's vlog, but drop some like questions in the comments if you've got any, or what you thought about it, or if you've been, or if you're thinking about booking on. I promise, if you book on, so there's obviously Coverstitch days, overlocker days. Now at the centre, if you don't have a machine but you want to go experience the course you may be thinking about buying, you can loan a machine to do that course. Some of the girls had machines but they'd chosen not to bring theirs, and they'd loaned them. You can, so there's overlocker, Coverstitch, combination machines, fabulous feet. There are all different days, and I will, as I say, put a link in the description box for them. But I'll have put some footage in as we go along. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for spending some time with me today, and I will catch up with you really soon.